All right, well, we here in the Empire State are just starting to get ready and used to these colder temperatures. Winter weather already arrived in many other states. This is Kansas, where people have barely had any time to recover from those tornadoes we've been telling you about earlier this week. Now they're getting hit by a blizzard. The snow and ice already shutting down parts of some major highways. And Craig, any chance that any of this, maybe not the snow-wise, but any of this storm headed our way? Yeah,
well, the storm system as a whole is actually headed our way, Jack. We're going to get some rain into the deal for tomorrow. But yeah, no snow just yet.
Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate. I mean, you know, just kind of what time of the year it is, what we saw last year at this time, and just looking at what other people are experiencing. Yeah,
well, we could see some snowflakes on Sunday. I'm not saying it's an accumulating snow, but we could see some snowflakes, just an indication that we are heading closer toward winter, right? Live look outside right now, a very chilly start to the day, starting out with temperatures in the 20s for most. There are some isolated spots in the teens this morning. So, yeah, you're going to want to layer up this morning as you're going out and about to work. All right, latest check of the temperatures. 21 Saratoga Springs, Glens Falls, and Bennington, 23. In Gloversville, Palatine Bridge, 25. Albany, 24. Hudson in the lower 30s. About the only spot right now in the 30s as clouds have increased a little bit down to the south across the Mid-Hudson Valley. Later this afternoon should be nice and pleasant out there. Further south you go, the warmer it will get. Kingston 54, 53 for Hudson and Albany, about 52 for North Adams. Pittsfield, you'll top out at about 48. Oneonta, you'll top out at about 50. Schoharie, 51. Nice pleasant days. We work our way to Saratoga Springs, 50. 49 for Glens Falls. Schenectady, 52. Rutland, Vermont, Manchester, 50. Bennington at about 52. Gloversville, 50. All right, so you can see a little bit of the cloud cover starting to make its way across the Mid-Hudson Valley. This is all streaming in from the south and from the west as we have an approaching storm system. For now, this colder air mass is holding on for at least the next few hours before we'll start to see some warmer stuff head our way. A south wind helping to get these temperatures up into the middle to upper 50s right now, all the way as far north as Detroit. It's also raining right now as we work our way over to Michigan and Wisconsin. This is our next storm system that will be pulling into town late tonight into tomorrow. Pretty quick-moving system. High pressure, which has been giving us the cooler and dry weather, will break apart, move off to the east. South winds take over. Here comes the storm system, rain moving in by, again, late tonight, but especially tomorrow during the day. So, again, expect an increase in the clouds as we go through the afternoon. We start out the day nice and sunny. We'll take you till about lunchtime. Still nice and sunny as you work our way along and north of I-90, starting to cloud up a little bit, some mid to high level clouds as we work our way further south across the Mid-Hudson Valley. Everybody clouds over by this evening, even a little bit of drizzle developing after sunset across the Mid-Hudson Valley. Then we'll see some drizzle trying to develop across the rest of the area by tomorrow morning's rush, and then we'll look for a steadier rain to develop by tomorrow in the afternoon. And that is going to last until about midnight tomorrow night. Then we'll start to see it turn into more of a showery scenario. Then we should get rid of the rain altogether as we go into Friday during the afternoon. All the while, once that system moves on through, it's going to open the doors for some cooler weather to spill on in, which will start tomorrow, lower 50s, not terribly cool, still above normal. But by the time we get to Saturday, 47 degrees. And then on Sunday, we're down to 43 for a high. So chilly stuff on the way. Mild today, clouds are on the increase, warm, breezy, and wet for tomorrow. And then a weekend cool down is in the cards. All right, here we go for today. 37 degrees by later this morning, 47 by lunch. Clouds begin to increase by mid-afternoon as we go for mostly cloudy skies later today with highs in the lower 50s. Tomorrow close to 60, but you see the trade-off. We're looking at some wet weather. It'll be a little windy out there, too. Winds gusting 15, 25 miles an hour. Could pick up about 1 to 2 inches of rain tomorrow. Friday, a few lingering showers in the morning, otherwise clearing by afternoon, lower 50s. 40s for the weekend. Could see a rain-snow shower mix Saturday night into Sunday night. And then it looks like we'll just be left with some cooler temperatures on Monday, Tuesday, lower 40s.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially when we wake up in the morning in the 20s. Ooh.
I looked at that at first. It looked like a sweet potato.
Oh, okay. I can kind of see. Well, if I blur my eyes, I can. Yeah. All right. Okay, Craig.
You feeling that, Jack? Jack's looking at it like,
you know what? The color is right. I'll give you the color is right, and that's because the color is all gone from the trees, but Charles Flint still snapped this great picture from Woods Pond in Lennox.
It's a great pretty. Shot. Great shot.
Lennox is gorgeous as is, but Charles sends in these great photos. Charles, if you're watching right now, which maybe he is, you should I don't know, maybe try and sell some of your photos.
Seriously.
They're really nice.
Charles, thanks for the sweet potato.
I was about to say, especially if you enjoy sweet potatoes. Maybe you got a future in food photography.
Yeah, let's get some sweet potato fries out of here or something.
Stop,
like
you're
your
making me
style.
hungry. All right, stop. Another candidate has dropped out of the race for the White House. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal says he's ending his campaign after being in the race for less than 5 months. Jindal's had trouble gaining traction in the crowded Republican field since entering the race. He says while his parents taught him Americans can do anything, this is just not his time.
I'm honored to have had the chance to run for president of the United States. My parents came here 45 years ago in search of freedom and opportunity. Never in a million years would they have imagined that I could be governor, much less run for president. This wasn't our time.
Jindal says he'll go back to working on the think tank he started a few years ago. Well, 5:49 and come rain or shine, Minneapolis protesters continue camping out on the front lawn of the city's police department. They're insisting Minneapolis police release the names of the 2 officers involved in the shooting of Jamar Clark. They also want them to share the video they have in the case. The footage shows at least part of an incident ending with the deadly shooting of Jamar Clark, who some witnesses say was handcuffed. Investigators are hesitant to release the officers' names and the video, saying that it might taint the investigation.
I take this enormously seriously, that the mayor does, that that we share their concern, and we're not indicting or convicting anybody, that all the facts aren't known, but that we share their enormous regret that this incident occurred.
The protesters are of all ages, many longtime North Side residents, but others have come from all over Minnesota. All right, on to some great news this morning. Talking about sweet potatoes and food and drink, and
Always.
a drink that we're very familiar with here on the morning show. And if you're up watching with us, you probably are too.
Yeah.
Is delicious coffee.
This is one of the things that makes the morning show happen.
People think that maybe these cups are empty. I would pour some of this out on the desk to prove to you that this is indeed full of coffee.
Yeah, these
but
are
I would
always
break
full.
the expensive electronics.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
According to a new study, drinking coffee, whether regular or decaf, could reduce the risk of death. The study included more than 200,000 women, 50,000 men. It says people who drink coffee daily, me, even up to 4 cups per day, me, are less likely to die from heart disease, neurological diseases, type 2 diabetes, or suicide.
I mean, I'll take it, but I do wonder about this study. It was published Monday in the journal Circulation. You always kind of wonder about these health stories because, like you said in our last hour, one day it's good for you. The next day we're going to come back and a cup of coffee a day will shave a year off your life.
Yeah, right. Next week there'll be another study saying that it causes cancer.
For now, we live in the moment. We choose to accept that coffee will make us healthier.
I need it to do my job, so I'm not changing my habits. I love coffee so much.
All right, a rare movie toy collection hitting the auction block next month. The collection a Japanese man is selling just in time for a coinciding film's premiere.
Yeah, these aren't cheap toys either. And Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are teaming up again this holiday season. What this comedic duo is up to next.